Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth.
Come on.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Hey.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Yeah.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Hey.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Both the feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All my hot girls yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the dope boys yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Front the back, they yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by I'm moving the bricks. You talk about now we're doing it, prick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I cop the chromed out, hard top career with a shine. I got some time, name. I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All my hot girls yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the dope boys yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Front the back, they yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do when you show up on the scene? Got to get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show 'em this ain't the squad for a sucker to test. Pimp, but too large and we way too fresh. Work well with. And quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we be standing in your front yard yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All my hot girls yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the dope boys yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Front the back, they yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the front yard yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All my hot girls yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the dope boys yelling.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Ravens take over first down 10. At their own 24-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Irvin. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come, we get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
That's caught left side by Sinnott. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Baylor Tiger. Hold me troops right. Hey, go Lion.
Now it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5, and it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. Second and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Here's Herbert. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Goff. Throwing right, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try to keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Yeah, look at this Baltimore defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage, trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into them and try and knock it loose.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. From the gun, here's Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Goff now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Flowers. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it's second down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Now it's Goff. That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
From the gun, Bigsby. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Goff. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Motion man is Shakir. Back to throw, Goff. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Khalil Shakir, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from capturing the lead. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Folk connects on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Home the troops right.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now a deep one for Johnston. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Hey, ram.
Herbert. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Goff. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Flowers. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
17.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, what a fighting through, and he's got space. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that
play. He gets it to Johnston. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That's another Baltimore 1st down.
59.
1st and 10 at the
Herbert now. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
21.
Herbert throwing again. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
For the field goal, a 48-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Goff. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Flowers. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Steelers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Goff. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. 2nd down and 4. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Oh, and that was a big-time hit right there. And receivers understand when they run into the danger zone, that's the expectation. Really good job of catching the football, holding on, despite the discouraging type of a hit.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 at the Ravens 38-yard line.
Goff now looks to throw. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Now Goff. His throw incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff to Bigsby. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Here's Goff. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Zay Flowers, 30 yards. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead is up to 5. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the two-point conversion.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good.
Ravens 15, Steelers 14. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now a 2nd and 2. Goff now looking to throw. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
First and 10.
Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And his throw is incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
To throw is Goff. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Value three. 17.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
12-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Irving. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Set. 380. Ready.
Now it's Herbert. That is taken in by Njoku. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 8.
Ravens 22, Steelers 14. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. So he shifts past him. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
Like my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Goff now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Goff, a handoff here to Swift.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Goff.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Folk's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Hey, go line. Ray. Go, let's go. Baylor Tiger.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Quentin Johnston,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
It's complete, and this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
180.
Here's Goff. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's gone. And he's going to go down again. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
20. Go. 2 for 1.
Back to throw. Goff. Wide open receiver complete. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly they're still short for 4th. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Hey, Ram. Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
380. 5-9.
Now Herbert going to shift his guys around.
Crowd right. 5-9.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
59. 180 hot. 21. Let's go.
Here's Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
380. Go.
Here's Herbert. Oh, that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A 46-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Tiger. Hot. 180.
Goff. Open man, the tight end Warren. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Yards on the play.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
First down. A gain of 13 yards.
180.
First down, Steelers.
Back to throw. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he's got this down to the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now Goff. That is caught at the 7.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Now 1st and goal.
14. 20.
Goff. And it's caught.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game.
Swift. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, you
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Ravens 33, Steelers 23.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Now a hit and a loose football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
So a turnover there on the kickoff, and don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are the mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
Here's 1st and 10.
Goff.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here comes 2nd down.
Now it's Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Here we go, 1st and goal.
Like 20.
Goff now to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. On for the extra point is Folk. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Cap it.
And they will take a knee here.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal, because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Baltimore, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.